back at it from a nice little All-Star break. Knicks, Knicks come back with the 110, right? 110, 196, 110, 196
110.96.
victory. 110, yeah, facts. My bad. I had the wrong stats up. I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah, yeah, man. That was a nice good victory. Coming back strong. First of all, salute to y'all. Salute Almighty in the chat. What's going on, Almighty? Kev, your boy Kev, Miss Nix in the building. And we here. Snapped a 4 game losing streak, right? 4 game
Facts.
losing streak?
Yep. Snapped the 4 game losing streak. Great, good way to come out to start the second half of the season. Time to put these teams on notice, man.
Yo, that's a fact, man. Like that's a fact. And for us to like the first half was I was impressed. The
Facts.
first half, I was like, okay, listen, if we're gonna be if we're gonna be doing shit like this in the first half, I ain't concerned not one bit. I'm not
Facts.
concerned. I'm like, yo, this is why. I'm like, okay, this is different. You know, I think they had like 16 assists. They had 16 assists in the first half alone.
Hmm.
So I'm like, man, the ball was moving. Um, they were passing the ball. They was looking for each other. They were knocking down shots. Um, hold on, I'm looking up at the first half stats, and in the first half alone, they were shot 58% from the field, was 26 of 45. Like they were super efficient. We 1-4 since the roommate podcast. Oh boy, here we go. That's funny, JJ, that you mentioned that. What up, JJ? I appreciate you for pulling up, JJ. That's funny because I was watching the All the Smoke podcast with what's they name, Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes,
Matt Barnes. Hmm.
and Jay and they and
Jalen Brunson, right?
Jalen Brunson brought that up, and I'm like, you know what, man, I don't even pay no mind to that. I don't even care, like that. I think when it comes to we had key injuries down the stretch of that first half, you know and I think that's what kind of led to us to that 1-4 record. I don't think the podcast really had anything to do with that.
Facts.
um I think fans just look for a way to like create issues that are non-existent.
Facts.
Like that. I don't think the podcast really had. I think it was more the injuries to the guys that we had. iHeart was out. DiVincenzo didn't play the last game.
Kobe
And
didn't play the last game.
right. So that all that occurred, but I don't pay no mind to that, man. I'm glad that today we was able to get out that funk. They were playing at a like they were up by 26 at the
Facts.
half, you
Facts. I
know?
mean, like you said, they played good the first half. Second half, the
Mm-hmm.
76ers came out defensively stronger. And then the
Mm-hmm.
refs started on their bullshit.
Yeah,
But
that's a fact.
uh, games like this build character. I say it every show. Games like this build character.
Yeah.
And it
Mm-hmm.
was a must win in my book because Philly's right behind us in the standings. So this was a must win for in my book. Never mind the fact that I love whipping on them. But we gotta
Right.
we gotta find a way, regardless of who's on the court, night after night, to bring home wins like this, regardless of how
Hmm.
ugly it may look, how painful as a fan it is to, see the team change pace from first half to second half. The fact that they have the heart, literally, to still come out with a win. I mean, this is what builds character leading into the playoffs.
No, yeah, that's a fact. And not only that, but you sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get comfortable over here. I should have did this before, but um uh you know, I think the players, I think now you're gonna see a different side of these players. I think like with Boggy today in that first half, he was going off. I think he was like
He went
5 of
ham.
5. Yo, he was a lot of people was concerned like about the trade and all that, but now, with these players, that's what I was gonna say. With these players down, with these injuries that are happening, now you're starting to see what kind of depth the Knicks have.
Thanks.
You
And
starting to see
it's
like,
just fans that don't know the game fully, to me, because the complaining about pieces that we got in every trade that we've made, it makes no sense. It's like you don't know basketball to some extent, because all the pieces we've gotten have been great pieces to have. I mean, we said it on our show, and we talked off air, how Precious was a great part of this the OG trade, where everyone's like,
right,
he's trash, he ain't that, that man has stepped up when, with all these guys out game after game, giving us all he got. The same thing with Bogey, like, he's older, but he's still coming out giving buckets.
right.
What up, Tea Time?
What up,
Good,
T?
good.
Was goody,
Yeah,
man? Was goody?
you know, nice W. I can't stay long. Obviously, I'm still at the plantation, but I had to pull up real quick to say nobody wants to see us when we healthy, man. Nobody. There's not a team in the East that want to see us in a 7 game series when we're healthy. It, every Bogey, man. We were trying to tell y'all about Bogey and why he's such a great addition. Bogey is used to being a second or third option most of his career, and now you go to a space where you have all this offensive talent, but you are afterthought compared to the people in front of you, because you get all the gravitation from, the gravity from Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle when he's healthy, OG, all these people. Dante now is getting gravity when he gets the ball because they know how lethal he could be. And then when Bogey comes in, it's more like they forget about him, and then you get your ass lit up like they got their ass lit up tonight. Pause. That's crazy.
Yo, he
But
was 100% from the 3-point line today, bro. 100%.
Insane.
Yeah.
two two more things, and I'm about to get up out of here real quick.
Yeah, no doubt.
Again, every time I come here, I always gotta say, man, I was wrong about Precious Achua.
I told you, Tea Time.
Oh, I like that kid, man. I like that kid. He's good at basketball.
Yo,
Nah,
he
Precious,
different.
he was a monster on the boards tonight. Double double again. I'm liking what I see from him. In the beginning of the season, we was worried about having needing a backup four to when Julius Randle come back, and now we
We
finally
got that.
have one. And Precious Achua is gonna be dope, right? Uh, and there was one more thing, but I'm forgetting. Oh, and our willingness to pass the ball tonight was something impressive. Yeah, I mean, like the pass, the extra pass, and sometimes we get a little bit too pass happy, but
Hmm.
that was dope. That was dope to see. We
We
patched up
was we was
real
we
quick, Kev.
was
'Cause
we was six shy from 30 assists.
Yeah, you know, that's and when we play like that, we're gonna win a lot of basketball games, man. We packed up Philly
Hmm.
when they had you up, beat them by like 30 something. We packed them up again without them. Philly do not want to see us in a 7 game series. They're gonna get packed. Yeah, I mean, and not to mention we still missing what two starters,
Three.
three starters.
Three
We still
stars,
missing
three.
3 starters that we still pack them up. Darlene, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, but like I said, I got to get out of here. Yeah, I mean, I'm still at work. But shout out to everybody. I just had to pull up real quick. Kev, Mrs. Nix,
Yeah,
keep doing your thing. Y'all killing it. I holla.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for pulling up and making time. I know you at work. And appreciate you for pulling up, T. But yeah, man, like it's situations like this where you got guys out, and for them too. So I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, y'all beat us without Embiid. Well, we didn't have Mitch, we didn't have OG, we didn't have Julius
No.
Randle. You know what I mean? Like we was down three,
And Jalen didn't have a good shooting night.
and Jalen didn't have a shooting. Right, he was he was what was it 5 of 18, 0 for 4 from the 3 point line.
Right.
When he got most of his points from the free throw line because he was
Yep.
for 11, but he had 12 assists.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you could kind of say that adds up points right there,
Fact.
you know. But let me tell you, man, Princess Achua, the Raptors talk about they fleeced us, but it's not looking like y'all fleeced us at all. Like,
Facts, because it's crazy. You think of, Julius being a double double machine, and not for nothing he is too, and not for nothing freaking Josh Hart too.
yo,
Like,
both of those guys, I told y'all in the chat, both of those guys nearly had a double double by the half.
yeah, yeah, like it's insane. Like we talk about Josh Hart's rebounding every show, like 12 rebounds today. That is crazy for a guard. And
Starting, he had 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block, 18 points.
18 points. That's
And let me
that's
tell you something.
good work.
And he didn't shoot bad from the 3 point line either.
Yeah,
He was 2 of 5 from the 3 point line. 40% is good. You know,
yeah.
I tell you one thing about Josh. We say it here on the show all the time. Um, if you get Josh Hart to start knocking down them 3 point shots, oh man, what up, Mike? My guy Mike,
Fact.
what's goody, man? Yo, I love my people, man. They always pull up, regardless of what's going on. My people be pulling up. I appreciate y'all to the fullest, man. What up, Sean? I took a look at RJ and RQ's numbers tonight. Good seasons, but nothing that makes you think, oh, if only they were still here. Nah, listen, they bust Brooklyn's ass, and I was happy for that. That's all I care about. They played well tonight. But listen, that's nor here nor there, man. I just, the way that Princess Ochoa filled up the stat sheets today, and not just with points and rebounds, but assists, blocks, steals. You know, he was like really all over the place today. The
Yep.
numbers, he had 18 rebounds, 18 points, 11 rebounds,
Hmm.
4 of them were offensive rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and I mean 2 steals on the blocks, bro.
Yep.
And he's supposed to be your backup four.
Right.
like
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
you know, like T Tom said, we didn't have this in the beginning of the season.
Nope.
So that just goes to tell you the kind of job that Leon Rose did, how he made that up right there with that trade alone with the OG, and for them to throw in Achua into that trade, that's
Facts.
fucking that was fucking big for us, bro.
Facts. It's a fact. I mean, when you look at that trade, kind of like what Sean said, the guys that we lost, we're not seeing anything different than what they gave us. You know what I mean? And what they gave
Hmm.
us wasn't enough to take us to where we want to be, right? So we
Right.
had to make a move. We made a move that was amazing for us. When you look at who we received in OG and Precious and the turnaround that they've single handedly, they made us take a step into that right direction. We were kind of stagnant off of last season in the beginning before this trade, right? And so that
Yeah.
step that they've given us is like, wow. And the fact that, we have players that we can rest our main guys and not have to worry about, losing steam. I'm not worried about Randall having a seat on the bench to get a break or, he just having an off night because I know Precious is gonna be there to pick up the
The
pieces.
slack.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like that's an
Hmm.
amazing feeling as a fan to know like our second unit on any given night can give us what our first unit can give us. Because
Yeah.
with these injuries, as bad as they are, and for the length of time that we've had a lot of our guys missing, the fact that we're at the point where we are with wins and team chemistry with backup guys. And on some games, our third string playing because we ain't got nobody, and
Hmm.
they still putting up a fight. Win or loss, a fight is still being put up. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like T Time said, no one wants to see us in a series.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because we have so much depth at every position.
It's a fact.
At every single position, we have depth.
It's a
We got
fact.
point guard depth. You got Brunson. You got Deuce. Then you got Alex Burke that could play that position. You got DiVincenzo that could play that position. You got Hart that could play the. Like
Yeah.
those guys could, if necessary. That's just like a in case kind of situation where you know, if you need Josh Hart to handle the ball, he could do it. So
Right.
can DiVincenzo.
Right.
Um. Then at the
Same thing
two,
with scoring. They can pick up the slack. We've seen Dante put up 20, 30 points. We've seen Hart do it. You know what I mean?
hmm
We know Bogdanovich can do it. We know Alec Burks can do it. You know what I mean? Like you said, every position, because you look at our centers, we got Mitch, who we haven't seen much of because he got hurt early on, but then we got iHeart, who steps up big time all the time. Then we got our third string, Jericho Sims, who can step
Yep.
up. I mean, look at today. He had 10 rebounds in
Right.
18 minutes,
In
five
18
offensive.
minutes. He was
So,
flying high today, boy. I like
right,
that.
like you don't need points from them, but they give us what we need. Everyone seems to know their role very well and knows what needs to be done. And I mean, they call themselves dogs, but they dogs. Like,
Yo, we
like we
really
got some
are.
dogs.
We have 5 players in double figures.
Hmm.
5 players. We had Bogdanovich had 22, Brunson had
Hmm.
21, DiVincenzo had 16, and Choa and Hart had 18 apiece.
Yep. And
That was
it goes
sweet.
to show you like even when Philly cut the lead down to 6, like I wasn't nervous at all. This team just has a poise to them where it don't make us nervous. Like how in previous years we'd be like, "Oh shit, we in
Yeah,
trouble."
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's like, I and I think it starts with Jalen Brunson. No matter how bad of a game he has offensively, he's always poised. You know what I mean? And
Mm,
so it
mm,
starts
mm.
there with him, and then all the guys fall into place, which comes back to us fans. So I'm never in that nervous mode, like oh my God, yeah, we about to lose this game. Oh my God, we just blew a 26-point lead. It's like, okay, someone's gonna go down and knock down a big shot. And I mean, tonight Dante came up huge in key scenarios for us, and Precious too.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yo, salute to Gideon. I hope I pronounce your name right. You it's a first. I think this is the first time I see you in the chat, so I appreciate you for pulling up.
Facts.
Salute to you. Definitely a nice win, and we didn't lose track and kept their heads above water. That's a fact.
Yep.
They figured out a way to win, even though they blew a 26-point lead. Man, shout out to my guy Chris. Shout out to my guy Chris. That's actually my wife's cousin's peoples, real close people, and my peoples too. That's my guy. Appreciate you for pulling up, bro. Can't wait for the squad to be back. The perimeter defense is the biggest difference in this team. They guard the 3 point line, and word, we don't have a losing culture anymore. I wasn't worried like I would be in previous
Facts.
years. That nah, that's a fact. That's a fact, Chris. Like I think teams are gonna be they're gonna have a hard time trying to figure out how to beat this team fully healthy.
Facts.
Fully healthy, you know, they're gonna be a big problem. And I think
It's a
fully
fact.
healthy, that'll even give with the players that we got now, because now you got OG that could play the four, you got a Prince, you got Ochoa that could play the four. That'll take a lot of pressure off of Julius Randle and his shoulder, you know, because I know they saying his shoulder, he might need surgery after the season. He say it's getting better, and it's getting stronger, but you never know how it lingers or whatever. So having these guys on the team is such a big plus for us, because it could limit his minutes, and we don't have to weigh him down before the playoffs.
Facts. Yeah,
So so
I was reading on his injury when it first happened, and they said it too. It would depend on what was torn in the shoulder, if anything, and how he rehabs, and depending on that, depending on what was torn, would depend on how fast he would need surgery. He can go without surgery altogether, but chance it continuously popping out,
yeah,
or
yeah.
rehab it in order to be able to finish the season and then have surgery in the off season. And that surgery, he will be ready for the beginning of next season. So basically, he'll be rehabbing all off
Or
season
in
like
the
he
off
did with his
season.
ankle. Yeah. So I mean, I would love him to be back full force. I mean, but like you said, we will be okay if we can just get 50% of Julius. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel
Facts.
like we're deep enough. You know what I mean? And regardless
Hmm.
of how healthy he is on the court, it will eliminate teams trying to kill Jalen Brunson. Because that's what I feel like they be trying to do every game now that it's just him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I love the fact that on a different night, different guys heat up and different guys are we're relying on, because come playoff series times, you're not going to be able to double team our guys.
That's a
It's just going
fact.
to be impossible because we're going to kill you offensively if you try and double team us.
Nah, that's true. That's true. I think we got too many weapons. We got too many guys that are knock down shots. Any one of our guys in the starting lineup, you can't leave guys. You can't leave them open. You
Yep.
can't. Um, that's something that a lot of teams. I don't think they're gonna be able to. Like teams like Philly. I don't. Like I'm starting to think like Milwaukee.
Yep.
Might be one of those teams that is gonna struggle bad against us. But again, it all falls to how healthy we are down the stretch. I'm glad that Tibbs is monitoring Hartenstein's minutes. They are being really careful with him so he doesn't aggravate that Achilles. Nah, listen, he's gonna have to be doing a lot of that,
Yep, for
monitoring
sure.
people's minutes, especially guys like Mitch, OG, and Julius when they come back. He's gonna have them like on a limited, maybe 30 minutes,
If
maybe
that.
less, maybe less, maybe less. And like in games where I think like we heavy dominating games, I think those are
Don't
the
play him.
games that
Yeah,
don't like if they start off the game, like, and we up by a really good margin, I wouldn't even play them again until only if necessary, you know.
facts. And not
Um,
only that, I mean, as players start coming back, we need to be watching Jalen Brunson.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's no ifs,
yeah,
ands, buts, or maybes. He needs to be getting a little bit less minutes because if God forbid anything happens to him, we're in
yeah,
trouble.
yeah,
We're in
yeah.
trouble.
We
So
are.
as guys start coming back, we need to start cutting back a little bit on his minutes because teams are playing him tough. And
They
he may
are.
not be hurting right now, but I mean, we still got what 30 games to go or something like that. Like it could
Hmm.
get ugly pretty fast as we saw late, late in the first half of the season. And we just can't risk him being hurt because he has to play 40 minutes a night.
No, that's a fact. And teams are being real dirty against
Right.
him, which is one of the things that I really don't like, and it's something that people really have to be careful about because, boy, if losing Jalen Brunson, I mean, we already, we losing some key guys like Julius Randle's big, a real key piece
Facts.
to our team. But losing Jalen Brunson would just be devastating
Facts.
especially to our offense. I mean, I love. Don't get me wrong, I love Deuce. I think Deuce is a good player, but
He ain't Jalen Brunson.
he ain't Jalen Brunson. Like, that nigga's not Jalen Brunson, bro. Like, if we lose Jalen Brunson, we in big trouble. We in
Facts.
big trouble. Big, 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 big trouble. And I agree with you 1,000,000%. Like, down, we really gotta be careful when it comes to Jalen Brunson, man, because bro, we can't lose him. We can't. Um,
Mm-mm.
the one thing, I wanted to talk about was, hold on. I know somebody mentioned the game on Saturday, um, against Boston. Hold on a second. Saturday against Boston, and I'm going to a Knick event in the city. Shout out to my guy Tony, uh, who's throwing an event, and I want to give y'all the information because it's gonna be a dope event. Me and T Tom is gonna be there. Um, so if y'all feel like pulling up, y'all can. I'm gonna share it on the Nixon Ish Twitter. The watch party is on Saturday, February 24th at Blarney Stone. Uh I'm gonna retweet it now. I'm gonna retweet it so that way if y'all interested in popping up, yo, y'all more than welcome to be there. You could chill with us. We gonna be there. Um and it's gonna be a good game. I'm really looking forward to this game. Even though I know we down some guys, but I really think that this is a game we could win, man. I really do.
I mean, any game is winnable in my book. I mean,
Yeah,
It's all
facts.
a matter of defending. Offensively is not our issue. It's defending and putting a hold on the main guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, to me, it's not a deal breaker. If we take a L, it's not like it's end all be all. You know, they're healthy, we're not healthy, but it's a good stone so we can see measuring stone to
Where
see
we
where
at?
we're at. Because I don't think we've played Boston. Maybe I'm wrong with OG being able to
Mm,
defend them. I don't think we've
nah,
played them like that yet. So
nah, I don't,
I
nah.
mean,
We haven't.
it goes back to what I said a couple of shows ago. Like the main teams that we played that we may see in playoffs, like the Orlando's, the Pacers, the Celtics, they haven't seen us this season in full force with all our new guys. So come playoff time,
Mm-mm.
they're not gonna know what to really be ready for. You know what I'm saying? They've only
Yeah,
seen us injured or without guys or during trades where we don't have anybody. And
yeah.
so
That's a fact.
it,
That's a
it, it
fact.
it's not good for us fans to take a look at it, but when you look at the long haul of it, the fact that they're not going to be able to be fully prepared, they can only assume how it's going to feel like to play us full force. They're not going to know firsthand what it is. uh,
Hmm.
I'm good with that.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. Like I would definitely say Indiana and Orlando are
Facts.
two teams that caught us at the wrong time. I can't I could say the same thing about Boston because we didn't have this team. I think Prince Ochoa and OG, we didn't have those guys yet. When we played Boston and them dudes. What up, Cornell? Appreciate you for pulling up. Yeah, yo, JJ, we're gonna be there, bro. So if you feel like pulling up, pull up, bro. I'm gonna send you the info. Um, so yeah, like I really can't wait for our guys to come back. I don't want to rush them back either. Take your time, you know, because I really think that we about to go on the ride of our life with this team. Yo, I really feel that way. Like shout out to Almighty Finesse because he's been saying it. Like I really feel like this might be, and I could be wrong, but I just feel like something is building up, you know, in the garden. Something special is happening with this team. And even though we got some guys down, you can still see how they play. They play to win. They don't give up. They
Yep.
they even without their key guys, they still trying to win every game possible. You know, we're 16 wins away from winning 50 games for the first time since 2013, if I'm correct. I think that was the last time we won 54 games, right? With Melo.
Yep.
I think that was the
Yep.
year we won 54
When we had the
games.
OGs. Yep.
Yup, yup. And now and this time we ain't got OGs, bro. This time we got young
I
buck. We
mean, we
got
got
some young.
OG, but we don't got OGs.
Yeah, right. Oh, that was a ball. That was nice. That was nice right there. But yeah, man, like and I really feel like we're about to go on a nice ride and we're gonna be some happy fans from here on out, man. Recaps are gonna be wild up here. Recaps are gonna be wild up here. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
For
Um,
sure.
I feel like you know, even like Coach Tommy T to a certain extent, like when he needs to call the timeout, he calls the timeout, and right after the timeout, we was down. They was down by 6,
Hmm.
and boom, right back up to 15.
Right.
I was, yo, like no waste, no time. Yo, stop fucking playing games. Y'all playing I could just imagine, yo, y'all playing games. We gotta handle business.
Yeah.
We gotta handle business, and they came and handled business, and Philly's no slack.
Right.
They still got Kyle Lowry. They still got some
Maxie,
good. Maxie had almost 40 on us.
Buddy
You know,
Hield. Yep.
Buddy Hill, Tobias Harris. What's that one dude? He annoys
Trash.
me
That's
so
all I'm gonna
much.
say. He's trash. He's trash.
Oh man, that dude is
Yo,
so
Tobias Harris is
annoying.
Tobias
No,
Harris. I don't know if he just don't be having good games against us, but yo, he ain't all that.
nah.
I'm sorry.
I no, I wasn't. Nah, it's not Tobias Harris. Kelly Oubre. He drives me crazy.
I don't
That
like
dude drives me crazy. Like, yo, dude, chill out. You okay? You're a decent player, but you not him, bro. You not him. Cut it out. Like, chill out, bro. Yeah, Cameron Payne, like they still the 76ers when they get Joel Embiid, they're gonna be a problem because they got some pretty good pieces. But without Embiid, man, they not fucking with us.
no.
They can't fuck with us. Yeah, yeah,
And to
Mike,
be
yo, I
honest,
can't.
even with Embiid, they not fucking with us when we got Mitch.
Nah, nah, that's a fact. What up, coach? Salute, salute. What up, coach? Appreciate you for pulling up, man. Um, no, I agree. Even with Mitch, it's gonna be a even the last time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We was winning by six, and then after that, we took off because
Yeah,
we was winning by six, but we had just blown that big lead.
yeah.
Shoot, we was up by 26 at the half. Yo, I swore we was about to wash them up by 30 again. I was talking my shit on Twitter like, yo, we washed them up the first time with Embiid. We about to wash them up without Embiid by 30 plus. And when they brought it down to six, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I mean,
But
the game tempo changed because the refs started calling more whistles. They put the
hmm
clamps on. They didn't put the clamps on us, but they tried to put the clamps on.
they did, they did.
They started doing what other teams have done, which is try to stop Brunson and
hmm
force other guys to win the game. And I mean, we should expect that night in and night out at this point because I mean that if I was on their team, that's what I would do. You know what I mean? Like we only really got one star on the court. Why not try to
Right
shut
now.
him down? You know what I mean? And try and force other guys to beat them. And I mean, that's where my concern with Brunson is because he's taking a beating every night. And
Yeah, he is.
luckily, we do have the manpower to offensively, hold off teams. But you wonder, how much more beating he can take physically.
Yeah, and to add what you were saying is true because uh uh they when they came back on us, the defense, they were playing really good defense
Yeah.
on us, and they had Jalen Brunson, even though he was struggling and stuff, it was huge for the other guys that stepped up. It
Hmm.
was huge for guys like Prince that stepped up, especially Bogdanovich came off the bench, stepped up, Josh stepped up.
Hmm.
Um, on days like that where Jalen Brunson doesn't really have it like a game like today, it was really crucial. It was really big that those guys stepped up, man. Because if not, this game would have went a whole other way.
Facts.
We were supposed to beat them like that. Refs decided to hit their parlays. Yeah, you know, talking about the refs. I'm still wondering about that protest, the Knicks protest game against the Rockets. Like I'm really praying that they give us that game.
Facts.
Because yo, really, the refs really fucked up bad in that game.
Facts.
Like, and then for you to like like dead ass like right after the game went and checked the call and said, yeah, it was a bad call. Like you got all the evidence. Like just let us win the protest so we could get our win because we
Facts.
was gonna win that game because we had all the momentum towards the end of that game, and the refs took it away from the refs. Decided to fuck with we was fucking with the refs parlay, and the refs was like, nah, you're not fucking up my parlay tonight. Y'all not fucking up my parlay tonight. Y'all gonna have to take this L. But other than that, man, let's see what happens. But Barjon, man, yeah, Barjon really surprised me. Now he don't really surprise me. Like, this year he was averaging 20. He was
Yep.
averaging 20 points with the Pistons, and he's not really a bad player, you know. Um, I will take him any day over Evan Fournier. Let me tell you.
And that's a fact.
Yeah. Shout out to Evan Fournier. Thank you for what you did for us, whatever. But I would take Bogdanovic any day of the week, man. Like, the guy can play defense. He could shoot the threes. He could, you know, he could post you up. Like, he could do all that stuff. Like when I see
Facts.
people complain about him, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know what you've been watching, bro. Yo, that one last 3-point shot that he took was so difficult.
At that
And I
corner, out
yeah,
of coming from out of bounds. Yep.
yeah, I'm like, first of all, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna sit here in front like I was happy he took it. I was tight. Bro, what are you doing? I said to myself, bro, what are you doing? And when he knocked down the shot, I was just like, I can't even complain. Like, I just shut the fuck up. I just shut the fuck up. I was like, yo, you know what? Shut the fuck up, Kev. Just don't say nothing, bro, because he hit the shot.
Facts.
He hit the shot. It was a bad shot, but he hit it.
Yep.
And I'm like, yo, bro, if we get a lot of that, 6 for 6 from the 3-point line, 100%. I'll take that oh man, I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. Um, there was something else that I wanted to talk about, other than the game. I wanted to talk about because we didn't, we took that all-star break. You went on vacation. Shout out to you. Happy that you and your family was able to enjoy Puerto Rock.
Yeah.
Um, and that was a much needed vacation, right? But we didn't really get to talk about like I missed the All-Star game, so I can't really talk about the All-Star game.
You ain't
But
missed
I
much of nothing.
right, but yeah, like I really think 211 points was just, bro, what's going on? Like, why how is I'm happy Jalen Brunson was a part of it. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, like, but I thought that was kind of insane. Like 211 to 186. That's wow.
Yeah, that's too
That's wow. Like, yo,
much.
what kind of defense was y'all playing, bro?
None.
Um,
Zero.
but
Literally none. It was like I get it. It's all fun and games, but as a fan of the sport, it's not fun to watch because that's
mm-mm,
not basketball. You know what I mean? If you just want to have a shootout, that's one thing, but that's not basketball. And
nah, that's a
I mean,
fact.
I really didn't enjoy the entire weekend, to be honest. Like the 3-point contest, I liked it. It was cool. Um, but the dunk contest, trash.
Yo, man, that
Trash.
you
The
know,
game,
but
the
to
All Star game, trash. I never watched Celebrity Game because to me that's just dumb.
right, yeah, yeah, I didn't watch the celebrity game either.
Like
I
to
didn't
me,
pay
the
no
best
mind to
part of
that.
the weekend was Steph Curry versus Sabrina. And the only
I,
reason I feel that way is because I feel like the NBA doesn't do enough to push for the WNBA. And so it's good to see a girl at that level that men are at in the
hmm
game. And,
hmm
she does, women don't get recognized. Women's basketball doesn't get recognized as much as I feel that it should be. They've been, you
Nah, I
know,
agree.
a league long enough where they should have a little bit more, be a little bit more than where they are. So that part was good. Was the best part for me because everything else was just trash.
Nah, listen, I ain't gonna hold you, right? I thought the 3-point contest and that part, I think that was the best thing out of the whole weekend to me.
Yeah.
To me, shout out to Damian Lillard for always, you know, uh, not always, but he's been in a lot of them in the
Yeah.
3-point contest. Like, shout out to those guys that always, and yo, I really thought Sabrina was gonna win that shit. Yo, yo, son. First off, when she hit the whole rack, the first rack, she hit them all. I said, oh shit,
Yo, she's a
this nigga,
beast.
yo, I said, yo, Steph better stop, yo, Steph better not play. And then she hit the second rack. When she hit the second rack, I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
let me find out, boy. This nigga Steph might be in trouble. I was saying, yo, Steph might be in trouble. And listen, I know Steph. Steph is if he's not one of the if if not the best shooter in NBA history, but this girl could shoot.
Yeah.
She could shoot you out the gym, bro.
No, absolutely. And I'm not mad she didn't win because it was
Me
like
neither.
it could have happened, but it didn't happen. Like we know she can score more than that, right? But
Hmm.
in my head, I'm like, if Curry would have shot first, she might have beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so.
But
I
nah,
was
that
excited.
was to me absolutely the best part of it, and I hope that the NBA continues to push the WNBA to be where they are
Right.
because there's a lot of good talent in the WNBA that doesn't go as recognized as the men, and it's just not fair.
Nah, it's true, man. Like I was watching some WNBA games this year, man, and I was like literally excited for the Liberty this year. Like
Fact.
I was so excited. Like shout out to my guy Ty West. He was able to get me to go to the finals. I went to the last game, the championship game, and and I was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah,
And I think I'm gonna be continue to go and watch more WNBA. I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to the WNBA, I'm a casual.
yeah,
I'm a casual. I ain't even gonna hold you. I can't front it. Like, but I know Sabrina. I've watched her before. I've heard so much about her. And there's a few other girls that I know about. So I'm starting. Last year is when I really was involved with it.
yeah.
But from from this day forward, from last year forward, I said, oh no, I'm watching the Liberty. I'm watching the Liberty.
Now
And
I remember when WNBA started, and I went to a lot of games because I used to play ball when I was younger and stuff, and it was
yeah,
good to see. But I get what you mean because I kind of like backed off from it because when you watch men's basketball, clearly the women play at a lot slower pace, but the younger generation of women's basketball players are picking up the speed. Like it's not such a boring game anymore.
No,
And they're getting a
yo,
lot
that.
more flashy with it, and the
Mm-hmm.
skill level is just there. And so, no, it's time for them to be recognized as
Nah, it
just as
is.
great as
Yo,
men basketball players.
not for nothing, but some of them girls be nicer than the men. Like,
Facts,
yo,
facts.
like there be some of them girls that could like, yo, straight up ball up with some of the bench players on the men's side of things. Like maybe not the stars, but you better
The bench
watch out.
players,
You
yeah, for sure.
the men players might get crossed up or some shit.
Facts. No, but it was good to see. Like other than that, it was good to see Jalen getting mad love because he deserves it. Like, you know,
Yeah,
we appreciate him, but having him on that big stage representing our team was
was
definitely good to
amazing.
see. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because even
it
like
is.
when he was in the 3 point contest, I'm like, he's a good 3 point shooter, but he's more of a scorer. He's not a 3 point shooter. You know what I mean? So just for
Yeah,
him to
yeah.
be in that situation was good. Good exposure for him, building his brand so that he can be a starter one day. You know what I mean? But just
Mm-hmm.
for him, for everyone to recognize, like he ain't no slouch. Like he deserves to be up there with the greats.
That's a fact.
So that was that warmed my heart to see him up there. And I just wish, Randall was healthy to be part of it because he deserves it as well.
Yeah, I agree. When it comes to Jalen Brunson, I was hyped. Even though I think he was too short from making it to the next round, I was still hyped because I was like, yeah, that's my guy right there,
Fact.
representing the Knicks. We haven't had that in a long time, so that's kind of exciting. And just his whole story, just the whole story. Coming from Jersey, his father being an NBA player, him having to, you know, um, just his whole growing up and his background is just to me is impressive. And for him to finally him get snubbed by the Dallas Mavericks. That's another thing I want to talk about. Um, it just only is making his story so much better, and
Yeah.
the fact that it's happening with the New York Knicks is
Yep.
is 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 it's a blessing for Knicks fans to see, man. Like we haven't had that kind of a story um in a long time,
Fact.
and the fact that you got a team like the Dallas Mavericks where he approached them and said, "Yo, here's a package, 4 years, 55 million. Here's the package. I want to stay here, and I want to be a Maverick." And the Mavericks said no, right? And then hold up, it only gets worse. Okay, it only gets worse. Luca gets hurt. Luca gets hurt. He starts playing. He's balling out. He comes back
With the same package.
with the same package. And mind you, he's playing better than he was when he said when he gave him the first package.
Right.
Okay? So now he's coming up with this. He's playing better the second time around. He didn't up the price.
Right.
He didn't up the years. He didn't up the price. He same package. 4 years, 55 million on the table, and he got crickets. He got crickets. So the fact that we get to we about to go on this beautiful ride to finish the story, and or not even finish the story, just to keep adding to the story. It's going to be special.
Facts. I mean, one part of that story that you missed was when they finally did say, "Okay, we'll go for it." He said, "I'm good."
Nah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
I did
said,
miss that part
"I'm good." No,
because you turned it down twice already, though. You had turned it down
and
twice
now at
already.
this point he knew his worth. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
initially his agent told him, "Nah, we could do better," and
Right.
he wanted to play it safe because I think him as a child seeing his dad move around from team to team, it was like, nah, I need to be secure. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so he was trying to play it safe, which to me, I understand it as a player, especially when you're a second round pick and you don't know if you're going to have a home, today or tomorrow. So as a player, of course, you want to be safe. But him playing behind Luca, we would have never seen Jalen Brunson.
Mm-mm.
And so
Mm-mm.
I'm glad Dallas did what they did. I will thank them over and over again. Cause Lord,
Word.
y'all don't know what y'all missed.
And the fact that the contract that was given to him by the Knicks was, bro, that's a
Facts,
steal. That's a steal. It's a
facts.
steal. And I could see why Mark Cuban was salty when he signed with us, but you
Facts.
made your bed.
And the
You
crazy shit
made your
is
bed.
like now that we hear the true story, how the hell we get that tampering charge? Because Lord, that shouldn't have been no tampering.
And not only that, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did hear that. That's the second time, though. That's the second time we heard
Facts.
MVP chants in Philly. That's the second time. Um, um, what was I saying before that? I lost my thought. Uh,
We're talking
what was I
about
saying?
Dallas.
Oh, then they went and tanked. They
Facts. So
went
we
and
couldn't get the
tanked,
pick.
so we couldn't get the pick, and they got fined anyway.
Yep.
So we got. They took a second round pick away from us from that, but
Yep.
that's okay. You could keep that second round pick because we
Facts.
got
He
you.
worth
We
all
got.
that second round
He's
pick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You could keep that second round pick because that second round pick ain't gonna add up to nothing what Jalen Brunson is. And
Right.
Mark Cuban don't even own the team anymore. So
Facts.
you showed your share. You sold your share, buddy.
Facts.
Yeah, I know they was, coach. I'd be mad too that my own fan base, yet another arena where Knick fans go and take over the arena. And the fan
Facts.
base, where yo now we can't say, oh, because in Brooklyn is different. Brooklyn is a part of New York. Philly ain't a part of New York. What's the excuse? Where all the Philly fans at? Where all the Philly fans at? How you let New Yorkers come to your arena and take over your arena? How does that happen? That's the thing that I don't understand. Like I see it, I can understand it in Brooklyn, but I can't understand it in Philly. Like, yo, the crowd, yo, that gotta be like that right there, gotta be real upsetting
For
as a
sure.
player, as a coach. Like, I think I would have got up and started cursing the fans out.
Facts.
I would have started giving them all the fingers, like F y'all, how y'all rooting for these guys, bro? I would have did the Jalen Brunson when remember in that one high school game, I was just watching the pod today on All the Smoke, and they got a picture of him when he turned around and went like this. I don't know if it was to the fans or to the referees, and he got suspended.
Hmm.
I think he got suspended or something. Benny and Peter, them motherfuckers don't F for New York like that. They don't fuck with New York like that. But how we took over your arena?
I mean,
Force.
Philly ain't that far from New York. People
Uh,
drive out there.
yeah, it's not that far, but come on, son,
Yeah. No, I mean,
come
it's
on.
absolutely embarrassing. I say it with Brooklyn all the time. Like,
Yeah,
if I was a fan of that team, y'all would be in jail. Like, there's no way I'm gonna let y'all be that loud in my at my house.
like bro, you don't hear Sixer fans coming to MSG, and you don't hear them out chanting us.
Facts.
You don't hear Philly fans screaming MVP to Joel Embiid when he's at the line. You don't see
Facts.
that. And he's a star player. He's a star. Like Joel
Facts.
Embiid is one of the best centers in the league. He don't even get that in New York. He don't
Facts.
get that. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad when they was shouting out LeBron. That shit pissed me off. But
Facts.
that shit had me on. I ain't gonna hold you. There's a lot of things that really don't, but that right there really got to me. I was really upset about that one, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Saturday it's gonna be Liddy against Boston. Um I'm gonna retweet the information, y'all. So go on Knicks and Ish Twitter. I'm gonna put it on Twitter. I'm gonna put it on IG. I'm gonna put it on the Facebook page and also on the Discord. And I'll put the flyer up so y'all can see it. If y'all not doing nothing on Saturday, pull up, man. Put up. Me and T Tom is gonna be there. I wish Anna could be there. Um, I know she would have a blast because we're gonna win Saturday, and that's gonna make it even. That's gonna make the night even better. You
Facts.
know. You got anything else you wanna say before we bounce up out of here?
No, just let's keep the momentum going. I mean, this is our time of year to shine, and I mean, I don't expect anything but a whole lot of W's coming up.
Facts. I agree. 16. Well, we on the road for 16 wins. On the road for 50 wins, and we one down, 16 to go. One down, 16 to go. And if we could win even, hey, listen, if we could win more than 50 games, because I had us winning 53 games.
Hmm.
I had us winning 53 games. So if we could get over 53 games, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. But for right now, let's go with the 16. Let's go with 16.
Yeah, baby, let's
All
take
right.
baby steps, and then
Baby steps. Right, right,
we add
right.
on to it later on.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get healthy first.
Facts.
Let's get
And I
healthy
mean,
first.
that's one thing. Like, I mean, we only like a week away from when we should be starting to see guys being cleared to play. So, or at
Mm-hmm.
least to practice. Let's say that, because I think they
And
said they're going to evaluate OG come the first, which is next Friday.
mm-hmm.
Randall should be right behind that. Mitch is already, and Randall's already practicing on his own.
Yeah, I saw
they
that. I
said they
saw
said
the
he's doing two a days.
2 a day.
Um, so he just hasn't had contact. So
Did
he
you
should
see
be.
did you see the part where they told him where Tibbs told the media about him doing 2 a day, and Julius Randle was like, "Oh yeah, Tibbs told you that." Damn, Ted, like I like the relationship those two got, man. Like
Yeah,
you could tell, like it's a sincere, like most stars they beefing with their coach. They trying to get their coach fired, you
yeah,
know, because he's not a yes man. But the
facts,
fact that you got these guys in the relationship that they have with each other is it's special things happen when you see things like that, man. Word.
facts. And
I
so he should be being evaluated within the next 2 weeks or so. and then Mitch, his boot is off, so I think they just waiting on doctor's clearance for
Oh
practice.
man.
So yeah, we
Oh
gonna have our. I
man.
think I say mid March to the third week of March, we probably have at least two of them back.
Yo, let me tell you something. I know I said I was about to leave, but yo, you don't know how excited yo. You don't know how excited I got when I see bitch who there without no boot working out.
Facts.
Yo, I was like, yes, 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 let's go,
No, that's a
bitch.
fact
'Cause
because his rehab, like his clearance shouldn't take that long because offensively he doesn't do much for us. So it's just a matter of him getting cardio and getting strength into the ankle. Um,
hmm
like I said, I think mid March, two of them three is two, if not all three of them will be back.
yeah, and that'll be nice, and I think that that's gonna help us go on a nice little run and go on another nice big win streak.
Facts.
I feel that. I feel that. Um, to answer Almighty's question, do y'all think and the front office getting an extension? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I do, I
I think
do.
there's no option. They
There's
have to.
no. I really do think so. I do think so because like Tibbs, as much as fans sometimes don't like what he does, and I understand it, but he kind of earned it. He kind of earned it, man. Like the man has changed the whole culture here in New York. He's made people want to play for the Knicks again. He's made people want to watch the Knicks again. So
He made the Knicks cool again.
he made the.
I had to. I'm sorry.
That's why I fucks with you though. But that's why I fucks with you.
No, I mean I think they have to extend both of them because if they don't, it's like unfinished business. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's a
what
fact.
other coach? Well, let's say this: what other front office could have done what this front office has done? None,
Mm-mm. Nah.
absolutely none. To go from
Mm-mm.
back to back to back lottery team to be at where we are this fast and to make
Mm,
the kind of moves that we've made this fast. Um, there's no front office I think better than ours right now.
nah.
And then what other coach would have that type of respect from their players than Tibbs? Like this couldn't have been done without him. There's no
Yeah.
other. I mean, we the Knicks have gone through I don't know how many coaches in my whole lifetime, but way too many for my liking.
Yeah,
You know
that's a
what I mean? So
fact.
to have somebody that they all respect, that they know don't take no shit. I mean, we can talk about how he overplays players, how he runs them into the ground, and all that, but he's he has forced them to be the best version of them possible. And
Yup.
there's nothing more that you can ask for. They all have bought into it. And there's no tension in the locker room. There's no tension between him and anybody else. Even the guys that he benched, like Evan, don't really got nothing bad to say. You know what I mean? It just
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a good
Mm-hmm.
fit. Just didn't work out. But no one is dogging the Knicks like they have in the past, and that's out of respect for Tibbs. He was the coach that we needed, and I mean, if either the Tibbs or the front office don't get an extension, that would be a big blow for us.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cause they single handedly turned this whole franchise around in a matter of 4 years, going on five.
Absolutely. Melo
You
said
know
it
that
on his last show that the front office did what they had to do. They cleaned house from top to bottom and did what was needed.
Mm-hmm.
We're now seeing the repercussions in what, 4 years, 5 years? We're not even at 5 years yet. I mean, we went from 17 wins to almost 50.
Yeah. And we've made what, 2 playoffs in the past 3 years.
Yeah,
If we make this one, it would be 3 years out of the
3 out of
past four
4.
years.
Yeah.
But you know what? Fuck KD.
No lie, I say the same thing, girl. Bro, Pete Rock, he posted a picture of KD with our guys, and he
I
goes,
saw
"This is
that
the young."
picture. I saw
And
that picture, and
I
I ain't
said,
like it. I ain't like
no,
it.
literally, I said, "Nah, we good. We weren't cool back then. Remember?"
And how you take out Julius Randle out the picture and add
Facts,
him?
facts.
You know,
And
like
I
what
just
up,
can't
Phil?
like. And I say it like I say it before. If you
What
wasn't
up,
with us
Phil?
shooting in the gym, we don't want your ass now.
No,
We
no,
wasn't cool
because
enough. The Knicks wasn't cool then. We ain't cool now to you.
but you know what? I ain't gonna say fuck KD's father or uncle or his agent
Or
because
his
you guys
auntie,
are
because they
smart
Knicks
men, or
fans.
his auntie. Y'all are smart people. Y'all are some smart people. I fucks with y'all because y'all was
Facts.
guiding him the right way.
And I mean, it just goes to show like this generation of players, they're not built like what we've known
Nah.
basketball players to be. They always want the easy way out. They don't want to be, and I mean, we knew KD didn't have it in him, right? Because he went
Mm-hmm.
from the way he switched teams and he moves around, he moves funny. You know what I mean? He don't ever want to be that guy that he is blamed for, a team not being successful. He just wants to fit in where he can, and hopefully the team wins. And he never wants to be that the way Julius Randle has. KD wouldn't have made it if it was him in Randle's shoes a couple of seasons ago. He'd have
No.
asked for a trade mid-season.
Yeah, that's a
Everybody
whole
now built
fact.
for our bright lights, and as fans, we just gotta understand that. Like the guys that are here, we need to show them a lot more respect and appreciation because they don't have to be here. You know
They
what I
don't.
mean? They chose to come here. They chose to try and win and turn this franchise around, and they didn't have to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have no pieces for Randall to be like, oh nah, let me go to New York. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We didn't have a good enough team for Jalen to be like, all right, I want to go to New York. They wanted to be part of this process. And at no point have either one of them said, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. You know what I
Yup.
mean? They continue to fight to be
Mm-hmm.
here. So as fans, we need to appreciate that because we can have players like Kyrie and KD. Yeah, they're big names, but guess what? They don't have it in them to deal with New York City. They rather deal with the
Nope.
little brother. They rather move around when times get hard. So let them do that shit over there.
Nah, that's a fact. I agree 1000% because you could see in the interview the guy was like, "Yo, I was telling you to go to the Knicks. I wanted you to go to the Knicks." And he said, "Yeah,
Yep.
but the Knicks weren't cool at the time." Well, you could have made us cool.
Facts.
You could have
Facts.
made us cool again. And I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't even want you to come here
Facts.
because I didn't want to pay him free money.
Facts.
I was totally against it. I didn't care who he was. I kept, everybody was like, yo, Kev, you're bugging out. No, I'm not. You're bugging out. You're bugging out. And I was right. I was
Yep.
right. I was right. We was right, you know, because it was just it would have been an absolute fail, bro. We would have gave up everything and had nothing in return.
Yep.
Like the Brooklyn Nets.
Yep.
Just like the Brooklyn Nets. So you dissed us for the little brother, and you screwed yourself.
Yep.
you know. But anyway, now I'm really gonna leave on that note. Um, we really appreciate y'all for pulling up. Um, Follow us on all platforms. Hit that like button, subscribe button, share for your peoples. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Discord. Follow
Spotify.
us on all that stuff. Spotify. Yeah, if you can't hear us on the YouTube or none of that stuff, just go to the Spotify and check us out over there as well.
Facts.
And run up them like buttons for us. You got anything else to say before we
See
bounce?
y'all Saturday.
Peace.